Immaculate Heart of the Blessed Virgin Mary. Immaculate means pure. My dear friends, the God-man relationship in the salvation history was denoted in many ways. One of the strong relationship that he brought forth is the marital union. God became the husband, we became his wife. And the bridegroom and the bride. So Israelites they were spoken as if they were the bride and God the bridegroom. And God wanted their people to be with him. And God, after exile, after punishment, we read the first reading from the Trito Isaiah, the third book of Isaiah. After they coming to the promised land, they become, the instructions were given as a promise, as with all the promises of God. So they were like a bride, veiled, decorated, and with all the new clothes, bridal garments. And God accepted them with a new heart. It happened after the punishment, after the process of purification. They became unfaithful and went away from God. And after that exile, after that purification, they were brought back as a bride, as a bridegroom and a bride. The relationship was so strong. So today, Mary becomes that bride. Literally, she becomes that bride of God. She became the mother of God. Holy Spirit became the spouse, and she bore the Son of God. So with that, she became that bride, and God became the bridegroom. And she is the replica. She's the example for us in the relationship with God. So she was conceived with the Son of God. And then before conception, there has to be that love of God, love of the husband. And her heart was so full of that love. She fell in love with him. But she owned that word completely. With that love only she trusted. Love and trust are so interconnected. In that love only she trusted God so strongly that he owned that word in her heart. Love is always in the heart. And with that ownership, with that faith, that word became flesh in her womb. So the first business is with the heart. Without trusting, without loving in her heart, she won't be able to have that conception. So today we speak about her heart, immaculate heart, a pure heart. My dear friends, purity, salvation history, purity is always with pain. Isaiah 48:10, we find how God purifies gold and he tests our hearts with pain. Book of Sirach chapter 2 verse 5, we find how the Lord tests the gold with fire, and the righteous would be tested with insult and pain. So this is exactly, you read Hebrews chapter 12 verse 5 onwards, how a son is punished by the father. If you love the father like a son, he will punish you. And Tobit chapter 3 verse 20, he speaks about punishment before a crowning. So this purifying is always connected with pain. God has purified Mary's heart. Prophet Simeon. in the temple said, your heart would be pierced with a sword. If you see a picture of Immaculate Heart of Mary, you find 7 daggers piercing her heart. That denotes the 7 incidents, particularly, that caused her so much of pain. And is one of the painful incident is in today's gospel. Mary lost her son at the age of 12. And my dear friends, how that happened? The beauty of it, Mary and Joseph, when Jesus was 12, at the age of 12, he became an adult. All this time, a child should go with his mother, even though he's a boy. But at the age of 12, they are considered as an adult. So that's the age they go with their father. They always journey separately, men and women separately. So after a day's journey, so all these years, every year, they went to Jerusalem for Passover. Jesus, as a child, went with mother. This time, he should go with his father. But then father must have thought, St. Joseph must have thought that, okay, this is the first year, let him be with the mother. Mother must have thought, Jesus should be with the father. So it's a miss Jesus. They thought that they are with the relation, he's with the relations. Thought, a heart. You can be thoughts can be really deceptive, isn't it? Then their hearts were broken. The word says, his parents were very surprised when they saw him, and his mother said to him, son, why have you done this to us? Your father and I were very worried while searching for you. Their hearts were broken because they lost Jesus. This is not the only place that Mary's heart was broken. The time people said, he's not in his proper senses. People said he's doing these miracles with the power of Beelzebul. And he was on the cross. He was in the journey to Calvary. Mary met her own son. And on the cross he died. The dead body was kept on Mary's lap. All these things really pierced her heart. That is the secret of the purity. To be immaculate, you have to go through pain. My dear friends, you won't be Mary did not understand when Jesus said, don't you know that I have to be in my Father's house? Mary didn't understand. The struggles, pain, tears, our sighs, we don't understand why those things happen to us. But then beautifully the word says, as for his mother, she kept all these things in her heart. She pondered in her heart without a word. We are in a world with a lot of noises. We shout, we argue, we retort. We want reasons. We want things to be cleared. That's how we fight with ourselves, with each other, with God. But Mary's heart pondered them all. Pondered what? The other reason for her heart to be pure. She pondered Jesus' words. What he said. Jesus' word is like a fire. It purifies your heart. Jesus' word is like a sword, double-edged sword. We test your thoughts. Immaculate heart is purified with pain and is full of God's promises. That heart is full of love, my dear friends. Think about it. Have a nice day. May God bless you.